Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The perfect soil. At first sight, this might look like stages of plant growth. The fact is that these 5 pots were planted 3 weeks ago, the same seed planted the same day. What's the main difference? The soil. What are the qualities of perfect soil? Perfect soil is full of life, is antiseptic, it's airy, soft, it provides very good drainage, it's full of nutrients. It has a very fresh, earthy smell. It provides very good water retention, and it is free from unwanted seeds. Let's take a look at the layers of soil in nature. On the very top, there's the organic matter. These are the remains of all the living creatures living on the soil. As they decompose, they start to form the topsoil, or also known as humus, very black earth. Then after that, we see different layers of clay, silt, sand, rock, and bedrock. Each of these soils have different qualities. For example, the pH, if it's acid or alkaline, if it's salty, sweet, pungent, and different types of minerals. So let's go back to a real life example, and let me show you each of the pots. For the first one, we tried topsoil. It was the worst performance of all. Although the soil looked good, it carried some sort of disease, and as soon as the plant sprouted, there was disease all along. Then we tried growing in clay. At least we saw there was no disease, but we also noticed that the roots were having a very hard time developing, and so the plant had very poor performance. Then we tried growing in sand, and we noticed there was no disease, there was no problems with root growth, but there was a lack of nutrition, so the growth was medium. Then we tried forest topsoil, the best topsoil we could find, and we saw very nice results, although there were some bug attacks, and the performance was good. But compared to the best perfect soil, it was still far away. The perfect soil was green, lush, strong, healthy, all good qualities. How can I make perfect soil? Here's an overview. First, you have to collect grass, leaves, and organic material as much as you can. Then you have to find a way to shred it into small-sized particles. At the same time, you have to remove rocks or hard-to-break items. And then you have to destroy the unwanted bacteria and unwanted seeds, usually done with heat. You have to inoculate with beneficial bacteria so that the whole decomposition process starts, and while it's happening, you have to maintain a warm temperature all along. Then you have to wait for several months or a year until the beneficial bacteria take over, and during this whole period, you have to avoid rainwater so that nutrients are not lost. And then you simply have to repeat this process many times to continuously feed your plants. Sounds like fun. There are several methods to accomplish this. One is with man-made machinery. You have to buy lawnmowers, mechanical sifters, shredders, composting tanks, bins, tarps, etc. Too expensive. Then there's the traditional compost pile. It is cheap, but it takes a lot of work and you have to wait a long time. And all along you have to worry about rainwater protection. It just takes too much time. Others try to avoid all this work and waiting by simply buying fertilizer from the store. The problem is it's not alive, it's not scalable, it's too expensive, and it's not homemade, so you can't do it at home. It's just too complicated. So what is the Vedic way of making perfect soil? The cow, the perfect soil generator. She collects and shreds huge amounts of organic matter. She inoculates with beneficial bacteria within her body, and she automatically filters rocks and bigger particles to generate antiseptic, seedless, single units of perfect soil. What's the procedure? First, you have to collect the cow dung. Then you have to dry it on a wall for 3 days. And then you have to crush it when dry. And then automatically, you'll have all the qualities of the perfect soil available for your gardening. Full of life, antiseptic, airy, soft, good drainage, full of nutrients, very fresh smell, good water retention, and no unwanted seeds. Then you can actually start your gardening projects successfully every single time. There are innumerable benefits of having a cow. They are movable, easy to maintain, they are gentle, peaceful, you can get perfect soil very quickly, they reproduce to increase the output, and they will work every day of the year non-stop. As an extra gift, you get